Hey guys, this is Michael at Sacred Psychotherapy, and I'm going to have you join along in my Qigong practice. This is a demonstration, and this is something that you can do as well along with me. Essentially, Qigong is a series of movements, self-massage techniques, and energy practices to develop self-energetic cultivation and to improve your health, any imbalances you have energetically or just general health-wise. It seeks to kind of enhance your well-being, right? To start with, let's just learn about the stance. So if you take both your feet and kind of put it at a right angle, and then with your toe kind of just pivot, and pivot the other one, and so your toes are and your feet are facing forward like they're on railroad tracks, and you want to kind of like sit your lower back down so that like it's kind of like straight here. You're not in an upright position. It's more of like you're kind of sunk down here, so this is flat, the lower back is flat. And then imagine you have like tennis balls under your armpits, so it's kind of like your armpits have a little bit of space, but your arms are relaxed, they're not tense. And also imagine that you have cotton balls in between your fingers. So the hands are active, but still relaxed. And you want to imagine that there's a string pulling you from the top of your crown of your head towards the ceiling, or towards the sky if you're outside. And you're breathing, just real briefly, if you want to imagine that, or experience, on the in-breath, your belly is kind of expanding, and then on the out-breath, your belly is contracting inwards towards your spine. So you got a deep belly breath. You're on the bubbly springs of your feet, so like right in the center of your foot. It's kind of connected to the ground. So you're just really kind of like light, relaxed, nimble. First Qigong exercise looks kind of like this. So you want to kind of bring your hands forward and have like the hands kind of like mirror each other, right? But relaxed. And you're just going to start to pivot like this, keeping the arms and the hands still and facing each other. Kind of just pivoting at the waist and lifting the opposite heel. And you can also bring your awareness to a point here in your below your hand at the wrist. And when you bring your awareness there, sometimes people feel the electromagnetic kind of static energy. When we talk about qi, start to feel that in your hands. You're also lining up points in your hands here, so you might kind of begin to feel the kind of this like gushy, kind of squishy energy here in between your hands. Next one, we're going to extend the forefinger and the thumb, and it's going to be kind of like a wheel. And you can relax the hand when it comes back towards your body, but when you extend it, you're kind of extending the finger and the thumb. The more reps with this, the more you'll possibly start feeling heat in your hands. Again, it's activating this point here, acupressure point in the wrist. And then we're going to shift to another warm-up where this is where you kind of like lightly ball your hands into a fist. Remember, knees are bent. Kind of bring your wrists back like you're on a motorcycle and you're pulling the throttle back. So just kind of hold there. And breathe. And then you can release. Then we're going to start patting the body, so kind of going down the arm on the other side, kind of bring it around the shoulder, around the elbow. And this line here is the lung meridian, for example. Then we'll go down the other side. Elbow, side body. Then you can ball your hands into fists and start to kind of pat around the belly. We're kind of going around the large intestine here, and the small intestine's in the middle. And then up the center line here to the thymus gland, and around here, and then underneath, kind of like here, right along the bottom of the rib cage. That's where we got the gallbladder and liver, spleen. So we're kind of tapping on those areas. And then with your knuckles, you're kind of going back here, turning around. These are the kidneys. You can kind of scrape down here too. And then we're going to do the legs. Look down the front and up the back. Okay, and then we're just going to do kind of a wipe down from the top of the sternum all the way down. So you're kind of wiping using this, again, this wrist point. Place your left hand here and your right hand on top. Ladies, right hand first and then left hand on top. And we're just going to go into like a circular motion here. Again, this is the small intestine that we're just kind of massaging, going left to right here. And then in the opposite direction, right to left. And it's a little bit larger because you're getting the large intestine. Okay. And then on the back, the kidneys, you can just kind of smooth this down. And on the knees, put your hands on your knees here, kind of warm them up. Then put your feet together, and we're going to just kind of like just warm up the knees this way in these circular motions. And then the opposite way. Okay. Then you can kind of just like flick excess energy out. And then I like to do some shoulder shrugs, front to back, real circular. And the other way, forward. Alright, and then ball your hands in a fist and kind of just bring your shoulders up to your ears. Then drop them. Then kind of like twist your arms so the back of your hands are kind of by your hips. And then turn them again outwards, so kind of getting different parts of the shoulder. Alright, kind of just let those loosen up. Then I like to do this movement. We're just going to kind of like twist here. Keep the knees bent. You're going to kind of like pat yourself here with your hands. And then you're going to kind of raise it. The point we're going to get here is where you're tapping your shoulder blade up top. Back, you're tapping that area that's like the kidney area. A little self-massage there. Okay. Cool. Yeah, then we got like wrists and ankles and stuff, so you can just kind of go around like this. One way and the other way. And with the wrists, you can kind of like bring your elbow into your body and extend the wrist, and then you're taking your other hand and kind of lightly pressing down. You want to also make sure you get the thumb. So you're just going to like press down a little bit, slightly. And then you can kind of like pulse it. When you pulse it, you're going to kind of like move it from left to right. And the other side, again, you're kind of just bending this down. Yeah, I'm doing this pretty quickly, but you could take as long as you want. You can breathe 3 to 5 times, full breaths in these postures. Pulse. And then the next one, kind of put your thumb and pinky together, and then the 2 outside fingers, and then the middle finger. So we're kind of like, it's probably not that, there we go. Something like this. So you have this going on. We're going to just lightly press down. Not too forceful. And then pulse, left to right. Just hold it. And then pulse. Okay. And in between some of these, I just like to do the twists or shrugs, you know, just to kind of shake it out too. Okay, so this first pose, you're gonna want to put your fingertips towards each other. And this one, your feet are close together. And you raise them up and then down to the side. And repeat. You want to follow your nose along with your fingertips. Kind of stretching up. Your abdomen is like an accordion, so with the up movements, you're kind of like pulling your abdomen up, and then you're kind of squeezing it down. Next, we'll do kind of a more wider stance, a horse stance, and we'll pretend our hands are like shovels, and we'll dig and bring our arms up and bring down. Dig, you can bend as far as you want in the legs. Again, you're bringing your torso up, your arms up, and then squeezing the abdomen down. Collecting all the chi around you in your environment into your hands. Okay. All right, the next one. Again, hands at your side, and then let them just kind of come up. And then, I don't know if you can see in the shot, but when you're up halfway, then you flip your hands upwards and continue on both sides. You can see on both sides. And bring them down. Lifting them up, then switching the hands so they're facing up, kind of coming all the way up. And with this one, you can let out a sigh, or a sound. Bending the knees slightly. A self-massage, so bringing the legs a little bit closer, reaching up, kind of clasping your hands at the top, bending your hands backwards, bringing the hands above your ears, below your ears, kind of like in the shoulders, bringing down the front body, down the back body, back of the legs, up the inner legs, and then kind of like this belt 3 times. up. Okay. And then what I like to do too, let's see, this is kind of cool. So kind of like what we did earlier, where we were kind of shifting back and forth from the waist. This time we're going to kind of bring our hands up this way, so the hands are still facing each other, like this. And then bring it back to center, and up like this. Again, you're kind of lifting your heel, the opposite heel. And on the downstroke, you can breathe in, and then on the upstroke, release the breath. The last one I'll do with you is kind of like this. We're going to hold this bowl. So kind of feet together, you're holding this bowl above your head, and your neck kind of just bends back. If you don't have neck problems, this is great. If you do have some sort of if you had surgery in your neck or something, you might not be able to have the range of motion to do this, but it's okay. Just do what you can. And you're kind of opening up the throat here. This is a good stretch for the shoulders and the neck muscles. Again, you're gathering energy from the sky, from the environment, in your hands as well, and bringing it, we're going to bring it back to the Dantian. So guys, put your left hand right below your belly button and your right hand to cover, and ladies, do the opposite. So you would have the right hand down first below your belly button, the left hand on top. So basically, this is where we're storing our chi from our practice today, allowing that chi, that energy, that warmth to be stored here for the day. And yeah, so anyways, I'd like to share these and other Qigong postures at your event, and try to impart a little bit more detail perhaps about what each posture does and about the energy system of the body, the different points, maybe what some of the points are called in the body that we're activating. And this could easily be a 45-minute to 60-minute practice from beginning to end. It can also be condensed into a 15-minute practice as well, so or a 30-minute practice. So basically, this is kind of giving you a taste of what I can offer, and yeah. be happy to hear your feedback. Thanks.